So
gonna change.
we're live. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm gonna put this on. Okay. Okay, so let me do the split screen real quick. There we go. How are you?
I'm okay. There was a shark on
Huh?
my beach yesterday.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like life is comical. It's like I was literally saying if it wasn't for the beach and going in the ocean, I think I would lose my mind. And then there's
And
like,
now
okay,
the
the beaches
shark.
are closed. Yeah. So anyway, so I was just laughing like that would be my luck to go in the ocean and get like come out of isolation and get eaten by a
And just
shark.
get eaten by a shark. You're like, well, she never got COVID, but um let me go get my phone because I need to like check with what's going on. If there's anyone watching, can you guys comment? Because I can't check on my phone. I have an iPad. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're good. Ugh, goodness, goodness, goodness.
All right, all right.
I don't know why. Like this last week has just been an emotional roller coaster for me. Speech wise, I guess, especially. Let me set my intention though for this session.
Mm-hmm.
So for this session, I want to work on forward moving speech. So we're going to do voluntary stutters. And I want to do noticing work.
Okay, so meaning, just for those who don't. Oh, before we do anything, okay, we should get grounded. 2 feet on the floor.
Okay.
2 feet. So, as Haya Goldstein says, you want to put 2 feet and then one breath. Okay, so just one nice inhale. Good. Exhale. Okay. All right.
All right.
So your intention now is to.
My intention is to do noticing work. So, especially when blocks come along, I want to like notice it, do a cancellation. Okay. Notice it, do a cancellation, and then follow up with a voluntary starter.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, good. Something super quick. I don't know if this will be a quick answer, but I just wanted to talk to you about this for a second. I had someone tell me that, hold on, why is the chat disabled for my live streams? That makes me so sad. Comments are turned off. I don't know why the comments are turned off. I have to figure that out later, it seems. Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out now when I just said I would do it later.
Okay.
Like part of the reason why I even do these lives are that people can, comment and like say
Sure.
stuff. And so a part of, seeing that the comments are disabled, I'm just like, why? What's going on? So
no, it's annoying.
I may have to figure that out later because everything's freezing on me. Lord Jesus. All right. Have you ever heard about nasal breathing working for slowing down and or stopping the fight or flight?
Nasal breathing. No, not particularly. I mean, of course, a lot of our breathing goes through our nose, but you mean like making a point to breathe through your nose?
I think it's breathing in and out of the nose, and like it's supposed to like trigger something that I guess like counteracts the counteracts the fight or flight mechanism in our nervous systems.
Interesting. Huh. Well, intuitively, all I can think about is that when a person sort of is like panicking, they do these short little rapid breaths through their mouth. Like, so maybe it's sort of like trying to do the opposite of that physiologically, like you said, slowing it down. And I'm sorry about they're doing work next door.
Yeah.
Everything's just perfect today.
Hey, I mean,
just
look,
perfect.
the comments are disabled, which is like the worst part of all. Well, not all of this. It's
COVID's a little worse, but the disabled chat is pretty bad too.
Man. All right, I'm gonna take half a second. Okay, I found it.
Oh, good. There
Comments
you go.
and ratings.
Yay. There's gonna be like 20 people telling you how to fix it.
I know, right?
On the chat.
But they can't. They can't even comment. That's the thing.
That's the point. See, that's like the metaphor for life. See.
People can't tell me how to fix it, but I'm trying to fix the thing that will help people
and they
tell me
don't know how to fix it. But they can't tell you how to fix it.
And no one knows. I know people are like, we're here to talk about stuttering. What is going on? I literally...
Are we talking about stuttering? I thought we were.
I know, right? I thought this was about stuttering. Allow embedding my video contains... They won't even let me do it. This is so frustrating because I'm exactly at the place that would allow me to do it, and it won't even let me. Okay. All right. So anyway, next time we do this, the chats will be turned on, guys. And I will make sure that happens. I will spend some time figuring that out.
Now I'll just turn on my mind reading ability.
Right. Jesus Lord. Comment settings. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, YouTube. Just make this easy for me, please. All right. Well, anyway, let's get into like the reason why I was like, I need to meet with you. We need to talk. So... You know that I've been in this TV writing fellowship, and it's been a joy, but it's also been, like a lot of work and pretty hectic and just like, emotionally and mentally draining a bit. And I'm, writing about stuttering itself is just kind of a new place for me, and trying to figure out how I feel about it, and like, how I feel about stuttering tends to interject itself in how I write about it also. And like really just everything overall. And so we had readings of our scripts, and we had them done on Zoom. So it was like an industry reading. And, a lot of people from agencies got links to it and, tuned in or called in or so on. And I wasn't asked if I wanted to play the character. I think they assumed that I just wouldn't. However, there were some people in my fellowship that ended up playing their characters, and like once they saw the people who had their readings the week before go, most of them decided to end up playing their own character. And so they're like, oh, okay, so we see that, like, and I'm totally sympathetic to the fact that, we're trying to direct something on Zoom. Like, we're not really, in the room with each other, really, like, hammering details out and so on. And so the person that ended up playing the lead character who stutters it didn't work. And we Rector was a person who didn't stutter, of course, but like there just wasn't a lot of nuance paid to the piece. And I think a part of it is because I didn't stand up for myself and stand up for my piece and like say like, no, I want to play this part. However, I think a part of me was also just very scared too. I was afraid, thinking like, what if I mess it up? This is my chance, or like, not that like this is my chance, because I absolutely know that it's baby steps, so this is one step towards something else. And I feel like I really kind of self-sabotaged myself out of fear. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I think it's also human nature. You were trying to be professional, and, sometimes when, we don't want to look conceited, so I'm sure part of you was thinking, to give yourself a break a little bit, I'm sure part of you was thinking, let me give the actress a chance. This could be a cool experience for me to sit back and see how people translate my work. And now that you've given it a chance, like, just like you said, all the other ones did the same thing. They gave the actors a chance, and they were like, you know what, I could do it better myself. And that's what happened with your piece. You gave her a chance. You were like, wow, there's just too much to explain. I'm better off just doing it myself. And now you have data that you can do it better. Before you were like, I might be able to do it better, but I don't want to look like, all conceited and go in, let me give her a chance and, and not be a bully about this. But now for a fact that you want to bring quality to the piece. And if you're the best one for it, it's not a matter of conceit now. Now it's a matter of we need the best person for the job, and that happens to be me.
I think there's so much nuance to stuttering also that I can't just, like leave it up to someone to know and or figure it out, especially like there was such a short amount of rehearsal time and so on that I don't know. It's just, but I think I also could have put my foot down and said like, no, I want to read it more so, because I think I would pitch it with me as the lead. And I honestly, like, what you're saying would be the way for me to just back out of it, saying like, well, I was being professional, da 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 da, yeah. But if I'm honest, like, when I pitch this, I'm going to be pitching me as the lead.
Well, can't you step in now and do it? I mean, you said this was just the first reading.
Well, this was the first industry reading. So like half of the cohorts in the fellowship went 1 week, and then the second half go the second week. And so my turn's over.
You won't get to read it again?
No. Right. And so like,
so in the middle, you kind of were thinking you should have been like, you know what, get up.
Yeah, like just do it. But like parts of me were like replaying, like, what if I block? What if I, blah, blah, blah. What if I do this? And I'm thinking about that while thinking about playing a character who stutters, which is so asinine to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So those gremlins, boy. Yeah, but it's not too late.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I'm pitching it in another 2 weeks. And so I'm absolutely pitching it with me. I'm absolutely like gonna go 100%. This was definitely like one of those lessons that you just gotta learn, that smacks you in the face, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But like my feelings are so hurt because I feel that.
But I could see that taking an incredible. I'm just picturing the scene, and to be brave enough to get up and be like, all right, that's it, because she would have felt, not that it matters, but the person would have felt really bad, and it would have looked like a big drama scene, and even more than just the pressure on you to do good. I mean, I see what you're saying. I mean, yes, it would have been nice if you'd done it, but I could see why you did it.
Nah. Yeah, I mean, like, no, yes, yes. I also, specifically got into writing so that I could create more opportunities for other actors. And so it's just sort of like for other actors of color. And so
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
that
yeah.
opportunity from someone also sort of feels like, well, I got into writing so that I could get on.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. And and this girl being home and be like, she didn't even let me finish the scene.
Teaching a non-stutterer how to stutter realistically is
So interesting. Wow. So you stop her and you're like, look at me, repeat. Come on. No. So what was it? What did she lack? I mean, I know you gave her material to watch.
Yeah, I gave her like a few YouTubers to watch, and just like her and I even had a one session where we sort of chatted, and I like explained the type of stutter that I would specifically want, and then I sent her videos of people who stutter like that. But really, I just think it was the acting overall.
Okay.
So I think it was a little bit more than just like the stutter, because there's such a psychological and nuance aspect to stuttering that I don't expect her to understand. But there is also like a rhythm that I needed the script to like ride on, and that rhythm was not rode on.
And
It's
it's
just
like, yeah, I was just gonna say, and there's sort of sometimes a look on a person who stutters face where you can almost like, I always say sometimes you can sometimes almost like read the marquee on their forehead of what they're thinking about with their stuttering.
oh, absolutely.
Like their expression has like a nuance to it because they're talking about a topic where they know that there's going to be a lot of words in that topic that are going to be difficult, and you can sort of
You can
almost
like
sometimes see that the person is thinking about that.
Absolutely. Like, okay, how am I gonna uh approach this mountain of words that I have to say?
Right. Like I once saw it with somebody who, in talking about their college, apparently saying the names of like the classes that they were taking and the names of and the name of the college itself. So it's like the mention of that topic almost brings about like almost like an anticipatory fear.
That makes sense. I
You
totally
can't teach somebody to show that on their face, I guess.
Yeah.
If they don't really understand stuttering.
So that was a moment for me that was just like nail on the head, like.
But rather than beating yourself up, why not take stock in what you're going to do with it and the confidence that comes with knowing that you're going to pitch it now with you and you have the data to suggest that is in fact the right choice.
Yes, that's the plan. I also just rewrote the first 10 pages. I was like, this 10 pages doesn't even work now. Like seeing someone do it, I was just like, I can make this so much more specific, so much like it there was a lot that ended up coming out of it, but I was also just angry because I could have at least floated by on it working better had I done it.
But if you had done it, would you have known the first 10 pages didn't work?
I mean,
or would you have been more married to it?
The first 10 pages worked, but not as well as they work now.
I wish I had hair to flip.
Just so we're here. No, yeah. You're right. Like it's a bit of both. It ended up allowing me to write a better first act, but it also showed me that like this is why there's such a fight when you know, there's a paraplegic written in a script that they're specifically like, no, go hire someone who has this experience, like pull from that community. And I'm also seeing why that could ring true for this piece as well.
Yeah.
And you know, it's like I really am passionate about normalizing stuttering, and like there's sort of making sure that more people, making sure that stutterers don't feel so alone and by themselves and so on. And I think in my attempt to do that, I got a little fearful and stepped back where I could step forward. I wish these comments were turned on.
Oh, you want to? Do you want to do a search real fast to see how to turn it on?
Please.
There you go.
So I actually think that I'm gonna have to make this Zoom screen a little bit smaller because I feel like it's actually in the app that I'm using. First of all, let me take my email off. You guys don't need that.
So potentially this show will have like different episodes. Is that the kind of show it'll be? Like it'll have episodes?
Yeah, so it will be serial, which means
All right. I know what that means.
oh yeah. One episode ends up leading into the other and so on.
I have an idea for one. It's supposed to be sort of comedy and serious at the same time, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because one of the things that I think comes up that's interesting sometimes is when a person who stutters meets another person who stutters, and the other person who stutters acts like it's not happening. So like I could see your character being like thinking that they were going to like forge this like relationship where the other person is sort of acting like I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
I'm trying to fix it.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm so sorry. I love you guys. I need you to comment. I want to hear what you have to
Rather
say.
than telling you it's disabled, how about telling you how to undisable it?
So okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna take 35 seconds, okay? Give me 35 seconds. I do things pretty quickly. 35 seconds, and I'm gonna be right back. I promise. If you wanna
Dance?
yeah. If you would like to entertain them with your voluntary stuttering.
Please don't. Are you kidding?
I'm joking.
Yeah, entertain
yes,
them with my
absolutely
voluntary.
joking. Okay, comments disabled by creators. You can choose to enable or turn off comments on a specific video in YouTube Studio. If you turn off comments, your video viewers won't be able to comment. So I need to go to YouTube Studio. Okay. We're almost there, guys. So I'm in YouTube Studio and it's not telling me what to do. Comments will be permanently deleted 30 days from the channel. Comments, disabled comments. You can choose to enable or turn off comments on a specific video. If you turn off comments, blah, 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 blah. Guys, this is really sad for me. So there's a lot of edit options disabled for this video. Oh no, I think she left. All right, so it's just me, guys. Look, I'm gonna hang up and then I'm gonna call back. Oh wait, she's waiting to be admitted again.
Oops.
No, it's okay. Welcome back.
Thank you. That was an oopsie.
That was an oopsie.
That would be a good song. Let's write a song called "That Was an Oopsie."
That was an oopsie. I did it on accident, girl. That was an oopsie. I didn't mean to exit that world. See, I did, and I did the voluntary stutter on it.
Stuttering.
Thank you. um. Oh man. Okay. Well, this has been over 30 something seconds, I'm pretty sure, and I just may have to wait until the next video. But guys, I promise on the next one that I will have the comments enabled. Oh, wait, enable live chat. Come
Oh,
on, Google support. Help me. Help me. Limit your data, channels, audience, frequently asked questions. See, Lord. Okay. Users can view ratings for this video. If you guys want to, sure. I mean, look. I'm not going to tell you what to do and what not to do. Everywhere, English, standard, video location. Yeah, I can't put the comments on, but
uh,
next one I will. Next one I will. Oh, so sad. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
is there a way people can comment on a different like on Facebook, and you could read their?
Yeah, if you guys want to comment on my Instagram, here, I can't even type in the comment section what my Instagram is. That's the crazy part. This is the Zoom group chat. Where's the group chat for here? Maybe we should go live on my Instagram. That might be a better situation than this at the moment. Okay. So here's my comments. Hey, can you see this? Yeah, it's not even allowing the comments. But we do have 4 likes, which means people are watching. Hi, you 4 wonderful people who are watching. Settings, audio. Fine, built-in camera. Account, general. Choose recording, screen sharing, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube. Entertainment, not made for kids. Yeah, none of this is working, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
All right. You
Let
tried.
it be. Yeah, I tried. Okay. But I don't know. Outside of that, my speech has been fairly okay. I haven't really been too stressed. You know, I've just been home, working from home, making videos, writing, taking care of my mom, and so on. But outside of that, my stressors haven't been too crazy.
Well, I mean, the thing that you're doing right now, this is huge. I mean, this is really, really, really cool. It has the potential to be really huge, But it's like a really cool. I see it as an unbelievably cool opportunity because you're taking your stuttering, which has long been a source of, trying to hide, trying to avoid, and even, in the way that you physically stutter, Jacqueline, I think for you, the struggle has always been your mind saying, no, it's okay, go ahead and stutter, being very logical and rational, but having the long-standing emotional gremlin drive of, what are you doing? Don't stutter. What are you doing? Don't stutter, which makes your body recoil, your face and your body, recoil off that moment. Where it's been like, as you and I have talked about, it almost became like such a muscle memory pattern to physically recoil from the moment of stuttering that it takes a tremendous amount of fortitude and work, frankly, to create a space where you truly can give yourself full permission to stutter. And when you think about it, this project could be the closest you've ever come to being an environment where you can combine the challenge of work with the permission to stutter, because it's a piece about a person who stutters.
Yeah. No, yeah. Absolutely. Like, even me even the act of writing it and like going back to do revisions on it and so on has just been much more of a emotionally labored process than any of my other scripts, because I think I have such a close tie to it. But it's also been incredibly freeing to see people read my script and then comment back saying, "Oh my God, I get it," or this relates to me in a way outside of my stuttering, but like I still very clearly to this character. And so like having that happen has really confirmed myself as a storyteller, but also the fact that I'm really giving okay, internet, that I'm giving I don't know, as honest as I can depiction of what it feels like to be a person who stutters. Layered on top of all of the other stuff the character is dealing with, of course, because it's fairly impossible to just like write about someone who stutters. Like same way in the King's Speech, like the story was actually about him, like being a good king, and like rising to the status that his father left him. But the obstacle on top of that was the fact that he had this debilitating stutter.
Right.
And
So what is the central story of your character?
she's a perfectionist. She's an overachiever in the sense that she ends up pushing so hard that it becomes self-damaging.
Okay.
And so she's okay. So like the story overall is that her best friend has just gotten engaged, and she's the maid of honor, which means she has to give this like huge speech at the wedding. She just recently ended up breaking up with her ex-boyfriend, who is the groom's best friend. And so she's sort of like overcoming that situation while also trying to work her way back up at work. She had got demoted. I am passing through all these stutters and not working through them. So let's go back a bit. She had recently got demoted at work.
Nice one.
Thank you. And is now like striving to then work her way back up to the position that she lost. She was an on-air reporter.
Okay.
And so like,
how did she lose the job? Not because of the speech.
So this character wasn't always someone who stuttered. So like she stuttered as a child, ended up growing out of it, and then she had an accident that brought it back. And so she's like basically in this new world as an adult, all of her insecurities that she had as a child have come like flooding back in, and she's pretty much like trying to fight to regain her status in work and also love.
It's a lot there to work with.
Yeah. Yes. However, this conversation is now making me think that I need to explore some of the story a little bit more. I appreciate that. What time is it? I feel like we're just okay. I'm trying to think.
There's so much material, really, when you kind of think about it, that you can explore. You know.
Yeah.
You could have her go to the Stuttering conference.
Meeting other I remember like how I felt meeting other stutterers for the first time, and like how I almost wanted to like look away and not even experience it because it was so visceral to myself. And also like dating with the stutter. I stopped. Okay, so I used to love going to comedy shows. I stopped sitting in the front row so that they wouldn't like pick on me or sometimes like they talk to the audience and they ask questions. I went to one comedy show and the comedian picked me and I was like, stuttering, and like it was just, they turned it into a whole laugh fest.
At your stuttering?
Yes. And I was just like, why did I do this to myself? So like there's so many instances like that I want to put in it. Yeah, like it's rife with like story and I don't know story, but
well, I do know someone. I won't say her name, and I hope she's not watching. But she won't know that. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to say her name. It's fine.
Okay. Who? Tell me secrets. I love it.
So we were going to the airport, okay, and what was the situation? Oh, I know. Our flight had been canceled. Because of the weather, and there was one coming up in like an hour that would have been perfect, but they said that there was no seats on it, or there was only like 11 standby. We would have been like at the end of the standby list or something. And the one that we were on was like in like 7 hours. So this friend of mine says to me, without giving me any real notification, she goes, just go with me on this, and basically use the stutter card to get us on the plane. I mean, she kind of was like playing it up, like apologizing and like,
okay,
like poor me, like this whole poor me type of thing. It was.
So what is your opinion on that? Because I've absolutely used stuttering to like get out of a thing or two.
I think it's all good. So I think you use what you got and you pull it out when you need to. I don't know. That might not be the correct moral or ethical answer, but
I don't know. It sort of feels like reparations in a way.
Like you kind of deserve it.
Yeah.
Like you deserve to use it, like in a way.
I'm pretty sure I got out of a speeding ticket because I stuttered once. Like,
which is hilarious, because what does that have anything to do with anything?
It has nothing to do with it. I just think that he thought I was so like distressed, And he was like, okay, it's okay. I just want you to calm down, just, and I was like,
Because you were stuttering? Or because you were acting like you were really, really distressed?
I was maybe hysteric. I was maybe putting on a little bit on top of it, but also the fact that I stuttered, I think added to it. I've
So
also
you're like, so this is you. You're like, I stutter. You can still give me the ticket.
Oh, no,
I
that
still
was
deserve
not
the
me at all.
ticket.
I was the
It has
complete
nothing to
opposite.
do with the fact that I stutter. It's important for my self-worth for you to give me the ticket.
If I were an upstanding citizen at that moment, then
No,
that's
you do what you gotta
what
do.
I should have said. Like, I've gotten out of paying late fees, like calling in the bank and, like, just explaining my situation, and also advertising, which is why, guys, advertising is important. It might get you guys out of extra fees. But, like, I think that in some way people take pity on it, sort of, and are like, oh, well.
I know that sounds like sort of like the negative thing on it, but I mean, people say that there is sort of an instant sort of connection with the other person as soon as you say something like, I stutter. It's personal without being personal.
No,
It's
yeah.
personal. It's personal. It's very personal, but it's not intimate.
Right, yeah. Like, I'm not telling you a diagnosis, but I also think it's personal because I think the person thinks that they to stutter, how would they feel, and, like,
Exactly.
they project it on themselves.
Exactly. What I always like to talk about with people is that there is a dance that is a communication exchange, that is a conversation. It's like a dance, right? People take turns sort of leading, taking turns following. There are a set of rules without discussing them. You sort of know which person's space, when not to, not to bump into them. There's certain things, right? So to me, self-disclosure just immediately is almost like turning to your dance partner and saying, like, okay, I'm going to lead and you're going to follow, okay? And, like, immediately, like, sort of establishing a connection. So it's like when you self-disclose, the other person is like, oh, cool. Now let's talk. Like, we can do that. It's like it forges sort of a team.
Absolutely.
Between two people.
Which is, why in some ways I appreciate the fact that I stutter, because I think it allows me to get a little bit deeper in my relationship sooner on. Like, it allows people to be vulnerable with me sooner on, and open up a bit sooner on. Like, I feel like I can get to an honest place with people a bit quicker because of their projection, and because I'm a decent human. I don't, like, take advantage of it.
No, absolutely.
There's layers to that one.
Many. Yeah, you could use it to, it is a way to sort of maybe disarm somebody with a protective shell, because everybody has something. I really, really, really believe that. Everybody has something, and everybody inherently knows that. And everybody's walking around trying to hide their little something.
Yeah.
And when someone is brave enough to be like, all right, here's my something, now watch me go.
Right. Which is also taking it back to the reading, which is also why I really wish I would have put myself in that place to own my piece as much as I could. Like, I think it would have been, like, we talk, oh, you stutter and you still talk and da-da-da-da-da, that's so inspiring. Like, no, I don't consider myself inspiring because I stutter and I like to talk. I just genuinely like to talk sometimes. But like that moment would have been inspirational for me.
Okay, you have to say that part again because your screen
Yeah.
was frozen.
That part would have been inspirational for me. Like there are moments when, like, yes, maybe I inspire other people or other people are inspired by something that I do, but then there are moments when I genuinely inspire myself, and I think I stole that moment from myself.
Mm.
um
It's not lost though, right?
no, 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 no,
I think
there can be so many more moments to come out of it, but just like that having had the opportunity, like having had this opportunity placed in front of me and then not taking it and not stepping into it fully, I'm a little disappointed in myself.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I cried about last week, so now it's just the like rehashing of it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed in it in myself, which I think is the worst sort of disappointment to have.
But again, it's all new. This is the first time you've ever done this, and you were trying to give that actress a chance.
Yes, and the thing is, I can frame it in this art in this altruistic way. But I have to use that same altruism as it pertains to myself.
Right. Right.
And I didn't do it because of fear. And if I say that it's any other reason, I would be lying.
Okay. Okay.
So I just have to be like really super honest about it. And like, because if I'm not, then it won't change. And I'll do it all over again, which isn't what I want. So
Right.
like,
Right.
I have to take this moment to be 100% just like, no, you had a moment and you chose not to take it. That's okay, but now learn from it so that you don't do this in the future.
What were you afraid of?
I was afraid of messing my piece up.
I know, but like, what would that translate to? How would you mess up your own piece?
Long blocks.
But you would be a person who's.
I know. Long blocks. Like when I write, there's a rhythm to it. Like I always say that, like when I'm directing actors who are reading my work, I always tell them that I write like popcorn. So like it's like pop, 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 pop. And if I'm the one messing up my popcorn, then like what's the point? But actually, when other people mess up my popcorn, oh man, that's burns. That actually sucks more than me messing up my popcorn.
Okay, well, did you know that before this experience? Did you really know that?
No, because I thought that they would get my popcorn. Because
that's my point. That's my point. Give yourself that.
Okay.
That you were trying to learn. Like, I wonder if other people can get down my popcorn.
I mean, I gave them the notes about the popcorn. I'll say that.
And they put caramel on it, the idiots.
Man, sticky.
They slowed that down. They made it all icky and sweet and nasty.
Put all the extra calories into it. Who needed that?
I wanted salt.
It was perfect as it was.
What about kettle corn? Did you not understand?
Completely messed up my popcorn. And I would much rather mess up my own popcorn than have other people mess up my popcorn.
See, and you didn't know that. You didn't know that.
True.
So you have to hold on to the learning. Of course you can have the disappointment part, and it's beautiful that you recognize the purity of the fact that it was fear. and really nothing else. However, also at this point, you might as well pull the learning lesson out of it, which is, I want to, if the popcorn is going to be messed up, I'd want to be the one to mess it up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's what I'm going to take away from it. See, I'm so happy we had this moment because I wasn't sure how to like really make it full circle. And I think that's the full circle that I needed, is that like, fine, if my piece is going to be messed up, let me mess it up.
Right. And you're not going to mess it up.
Oh, no, impossible.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fantastic.
And also you did get the insight of seeing maybe a few things that needed to go that you might have not, to change, a few things that you wanted to change that you might have not seen with the same objective eye.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I rewrote the first scene. It's so funny now. She gets stuck in a voice-activated elevator now. Like,
oh, so funny.
It's hilarious now. So
that's great.
I needed that moment to also see how much further I could push it.
Right. Oh, that's really good.
Thank you. I'm a writer.
Awesome. Oh, that's so fun. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I appreciate
someday and see you in it.
Darn it. Absolutely.
It's going to happen. It's all good. It's all good. Even as we live in hell. Hopefully I'll still have a head next week when I go swimming with the sharks.
So are you going to continue swimming? Please don't do that. Who's going to...
Well, I will probably... I was thinking about it. Will I risk going in the ocean now? And I probably will.
Okay. Well, I mean...
I'll probably try to try to go within a circle of other people that are like a little meatier than me, and hopefully
make sure
the
they
shark
get
will
attacked.
That'll be my cover.
Look, survival of the smartest at this point. Yeah. My goodness. Let me see. Let me look at the time. What time is it? Oh, okay. Well, we're almost at the end.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I would ask if other people have any questions, but I can't because you guys can't comment. So I'm going to figure that out for next video.
So what you could do, if you have, if people write stuff, you could always bring it up on another meeting, and we can discuss if there's anything that strikes your fancy.
Yeah. Okay, that's what we're going to do. You guys can hit me up on JacquelynJoyce. That's my Instagram. That's also my Facebook page. You guys can let me know what you guys want to say. I had like 2 people message me on Facebook saying, why can't we comment? And I'm like, oh. So I know that you guys want to comment. And I know that you guys are enjoying these, so I'll make sure to keep them coming. And I really appreciate it.
I wonder if Mercury's in retrograde. We should look that up.
Man.
Sometimes machinery and stuff, doesn't work and all that.
I feel like Mercury is always in retrograde.
At least for a year.
2020, retrograde. The entire year. Throw it away.
No, it's really true. This year is really, this one, well, obviously this is going to go down in the books.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I also feel like there's going to be so many babies born. Because I feel like people are just home. And like...
That's a good... Yeah, I wonder.
What else is there to do?
Oh, yeah, it's true. They're not coming home tired from work.
But make children?
Yeah, maybe that's... I wonder if that's going to be a thing. And they'll be called something that has to do with the pandemic babies or something.
Yeah.
Some super name.
Like,
I'm a COVID kid.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like same... way that boomers were kids.
Right.
Yeah, so I see it happening. I see it happening. All right. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Adios.
Adios. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. All right, so it's just me. Look, I'm going to figure out how to get these comments. I'm so frustrated at the moment. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to end this out, and y'all be good. You hear? All right, bye.